All right, welcome back to this training. We are going to be looking now at the rand array function. So this one is about array. Okay, you the rand array function is also an arithmetic function, but the difference between this and the functions that we have seen before now is the fact that the rand array takes column and rows. In other words, it gives you your results in columns and rows. The previous one gives us a single value as a random generation. And you will notice that um, maybe you need to watch the video. The round and the round between, when I was teaching those, I had to drag from one place to the other to fill in other cells with random values. But the round array is a new function that takes care of that. So you don't have to be dragging left and right. It will just create as many your selections. Okay. Now the random array or the rand array function in Excel generates an array of random numbers, either decimal or whole number, within a specified range. It's useful for creating random data set simulation and testing scenarios. So the criteria is that you specify the row numbers, you specify the column numbers, your minimum value, your maximum value, and whether you want to make it an integer or a decimal return. So that is, it takes care of that int that you need to put at the back, maybe that. So the key features is there. It provides random values across array, not a single value. So now let's go into the Excel sheet as we see how this can be done. Okay, so now we're going to look at how the rand array can be used. So all you just need to do is type equal sign where you want to start. Okay, so you must position your cursor where you want to start. So let's say you have a label at the top of your Excel sheet that says group A, maybe group A, group B, and so on. Okay, let me put space. I want something like this. So group A, blah blah blah. Maybe something like this. Group B, group C, and group D, and maybe group E. So I want to create random values for this particular range. Okay. So I want to create random value for this particular range of values. So how many columns do I have here now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 5 columns, 7 rows. So that you can understand how this is done. So we have the rand array. The rand array. We say how many rows? So 7. How many columns? 5. Don't forget, I just counted them now. What's the minimum value I want there? 1,200. What's the maximum value? 5,000. Then what type of value am I returning? Is it integer or decimal? So I will pick true for integer. Then I'll close the back bracket. Now, you notice that in this function, some portion of these tasks are, most of them are optional, or let's say all of them are optional. And what does that mean? What it means is that I can provide only the number of rows and assume that I am not filling across columns. And so once I provide the number of rows, I'm fine. and then it will give me the value across the row. Or I can skip the number of row by just putting 0, then I put comma, and then I now put number of columns, and then it gives me any set of values. That in that case, I didn't put the row, but I provided the column, and I didn't put minimum or maximum, neither did I put integer. And it will just give me what it should give. But when you're trying to control it to display what you really want, then you have to provide all those values. So as you can see now, it gives me everything. For the group A to E, I have all my values. So I can easily say, okay, I want to work on these random values and calculate them. So I can use my auto sum and sum all my random values and get the total. Okay, so I can organize the sheet, have border and all those stuff. So this is a very powerful function. So when you are thinking of sampling random values and all those stuff, and you don't want to begin to fill it across, you can use the rand array to do this. You can use a rand array and you will get a fantastic value. All right, so this is where we are going to stop. See you in the next session when we'll be looking at another function. Bye for now.